Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. I hope you guys have had a great weekend and appreciate you guys coming in and just wanting to listen to me talk. Okay. Appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you all. I want to talk just a few minutes about the last video I did on the coach, Michigan State coach, who was fired from his position, and then he was later arrested for allegedly breaking into the house of the woman that he well, basically had an extramarital relationship with, and she snitched on him. Okay, and there's been a lot of backlash on people who have spoken out against what this coach have done. A lot of people that have spoken out against what he has done and criticized his actions as immoral and wrong and basically downright foolish and showing a lack of control. A lot of them were black. And so a lot of these individuals that were black were criticizing this coach for his lack of self-control, among other things, were themselves criticized for basically, coming against another black man, putting down black people, attacking black people. And let me just say this. I got to respond to this because I'm getting really, really tired of hearing this kind of talk coming from black people. Look, folks, no one's coming down on black people when black people do dumb things. No one's coming down on them. No one's attacking them. I was reading somewhere where there was some backlash on P. Diddy and his situation, and I can't remember exactly who essentially criticized criticized 50 Cent for the docuseries that he made about the man. But it was like, they were like, I think it was a celebrity. It was a celebrity, of course. And the celebrity was essentially putting 50 Cent down for attacking P. Diddy, and why would you attack another black man? And it's like, why do we, as black people, please forgive this computer. I don't know what's going on with this computer. It's freezing up. But why do we as black people feel the need to continue to jump to the defense when this happens? I just don't know. But this individual was being attacked for, was basically this celebrity was attacking this individual that was critiquing Sean Combs, P. Diddy, whatever, for his actions. And now it's like, well, man, you shouldn't be attacking this black man. Why are we attacking this black man? Black man, black man. Stop attacking black people. Basically what they're saying is we need to stop attacking and putting down other black people. And let me just say this right up front, because I think this is pretty simplistic. I don't think this is difficult. I don't think you have to be a brain surgeon. I don't think you have to be an owner of a doctorate degree. No one is putting black people down that do these type of things. Black people that do these type of things are doing it to themselves. Whether someone else critiques it or exposes it, it won't matter, because eventually it's going to come out anyway. And white people are going to start critiquing it, which they do. Other people from other ethnic groups are going to begin to critique it and criticize it, which they do, although they do it in a hush-hush manner. The point is simple. The things that black people are doing, they're doing, and I'm not saying all black people are doing these things, but a lot of these things that blacks are doing, they're doing themselves. No one is putting them down. No one is destroying the black image. Black people that do these type of things, whether it's me or anyone else, is doing it on themselves. Doing it on themselves and doing it to themselves. They are the ones that's making black people look bad. When you don't say anything about it, it only grows and gets worse and worse and worse and worse. God dog it. If you're another black person that criticizes the foolish actions of another black man or the foolish actions of another black woman, you're considered a sellout. If you are white and you criticize the foolish actions of a black man or a black woman, you're considered racist. It's your same situation with the Jews. If you criticize something that the Jews are doing that's wrong, you're considered anti-Semitic. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You get what I'm saying. And that's just not the case. We are all human beings. We all bleed red blood, I hope. Okay? I don't want nobody to get cut in their bleeding green blood, because if you is, you a reptile or something, you don't belong to this world. But for the most part, we're all human beings. We bleed red blood. When we have to use the bathroom, we pee and we doo-doo. And it's the same thing. Some people pee and doo-doo stink worse than others, but generally generally speaking, it comes out of your stomach and goes out into the toilet or whatever, or wherever else you choose to urinate and poop. Okay, it's coming out of the same canal. And with that being said, we're all the same as human beings. We have to speak out against things that are damaging to the human race and as a whole, and are damaging to a particular cultural ethnic group. Since I'm a black man, I'm speaking about being criticized and told that I'm a traitor because of exposing what this Michigan coach did. That is the foolish thing to say. When we don't say anything about this, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. No one is attacking anyone. They're doing it to themselves. They're doing it to themselves. And in terms of unity, and I hear this a lot among blacks, we need to be unified. We need to be unified. We need to come together like the Asians are coming together, like the Indians are coming together, like the white people are coming together. They're so unified. And they're unified in this and unified in that. And we as blacks need to be unified. I totally 100% agree. We need to be unified. I believe that is one of the issues with the blacks in America, is that we are simply not unified. But unity means oneness. My question is this: in what ways should we as blacks unify? Let's think about what Indians, Chinese, and white people in America are unifying for. What are they unifying on? What are they becoming one on? They're becoming one on economics. Huh? When it comes down to money, you don't see, for the most part, you don't see rich Indians. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. You don't see them. They're making 6 figures a year. You don't see them in America bling blinging. Do you see them doing that? No, you don't see them doing that. You don't see they stay together. They stay together. They're tight knit. They're family oriented. They stay together. They share resources. That's something that we as blacks have gotten away with. Or strayed away with, rather. Not gotten away with, but strayed away from. Same with whites, same with Chinese, same with other ethnic groups that come here to America. Black people in America as a whole, when I'm talking about black people, I'm talking about native born, okay? As a whole, we aren't unified on these issues that we should be unified on. So when I hear to talk about blacks being unified, my question to them is, in what ways should we be unified? Are we to be unified? Because I suspect that a lot of blacks that talk about other blacks being unified, I suspect that the unity that they're referring to is, no, don't snitch. Don't snitch. You a snitch, nigga. I'm just being with that's how they talk. I know that's slipping, but you a snitch. Stop snitching. Stop all that snitching. Man, I'm snitching because you a criminal, bro. And if I don't say something about what you doing, you're going to hurt me and my family. And I ain't having it. That's why I'm snitching, dummy. Do you want me to be unified on resisting the urge to snitch? Is that unity? You could argue, yes, that's unity, that's being one, but that's being one in a negative sense. That's not helping anybody but the criminal that's doing wrong. I suspect a lot of blacks are talking about being unified and partying. Okay, cool. Go ahead and party. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that's going to build up the black community. I suspect that blacks are talking about being unified when it comes to voting for Democrats. Yes, I'm going there. Honey, you voting for these Democrats is part of the problem with black people. Somehow we get it in our brain that the only way we should vote is Democrats. It just blows my mind. And what have we to gain from voting for these clowns in our purported concept of unity? What have we gained positively in the black community for voting for these stinking no good Democrat politicians? What? I can't stand them people. Why? What? Tell me, bro. Tell me. Tell me. We haven't. Let me come on back in. Let me calm on down. Because every time I talk about Democrats, I get angry, man. I don't like that. I can't stand them. The politicians. Democratic politicians can't stand them. They've been nothing but the destruction of the black community ever since we started voting for them in mass in the 1960s. Oh, so I propose that would be a form of unity, right? Okay. But unity, in what way is it benefiting us? If we should unify in the same way that the Indians and the Chinese and the whites are unifying in America. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about some other country. But we don't do that. We get mad when another black exposes the foolishness of another black person that's tearing us down. We come against individuals that do that. And the same ones that are exposing the foolish acts of blacks are at the same time trying to say, or in a roundabout way, okay, here are things that we as blacks can do that can benefit the black community as a whole, that will build us up and empower us. But we rather depend on the government, be slaves to the Democratic Party, boo-hoo and cry when those quote-unquote benefits are removed, and then get mad with other blacks who critique and criticize the foolish actions that we do. It makes no sense, and that's why I wanted to address that. Talking about that Michigan coach and what he did is not putting him down. He did that. Those were his decisions. He should have understood that someone from the outside is going to critique him and criticize him and expose him for the foolish thing that he did. I pray that he changed. I pray that he acknowledged. I pray that he give his life to Christ. But if not, he needs to suffer every consequence. Accountability, man, and maturity and development of manhood and womanhood, for that case, in the black community needs to be what's pushed in the black community. Not all this stop snitching kind of nonsense. Quit with all that bull crap, man. Quit with all that. That's what's killing us. That's one of the things that's killing us. So I wanted to address that because I think it's something that has been a problem in the black community. And I'm not, being a black man, I'm not attacking, and I don't want anyone in any way to think that I'm attacking black people. I love being black. I love black people. But I also love all people. And me being black is not what defines me. And I'm not going to go into all that anymore. I already said that in the previous video. You can go back to some of my other videos and find out what I mean by being who I am as an individual. I'm not going to go into all that. But except I'm just going to say here, I love being black. I don't want to be anybody else, because God didn't design me to be anybody else. He didn't design me to be Indian. He didn't design me to be white. He didn't design me to be this. He didn't design me to be that. He designed me in his sovereign plan to be black. And I'm proud of it, and I'm thankful for it. Don't want to be anybody else. Because at the end of the day, we all have the same brains. And what we choose to do with our brains, whether we're black, whether we're white, whether we're Asian, whether we're whatever, is totally left up to us. We have all these opportunities and freedoms made available to us here in America. If we as black people, speaking specifically on black people, if we as black people don't individually Say, this is what I need to do to develop my mind so that I can compete with the other ethnic groups that are coming over in this country and prosper like they prospering and even greater, depending. And we don't do it. Whose problem is that? Whose fault is that? It's our fault. It's my fault. Because I have not taken the same opportunities. I have not taken the same opportunities and privileges that were afforded to me as a freaking American that they have. And they're not even Americans, for crying. They're not even Native Americans. And they're coming over here taking advantage of the benefits that we supposed to say we have. Are we doing it? No, we're not. Not in mass, in bits and pieces, but not in mass. And that's an issue. That's an issue. It's time for black people as a whole to stop voting for these nasty Democratic politicians. That's right. Stop voting for them. Vote Republican. That's what I think you should do. I'm going to be real with vote Republican. That's where the real men and women are, in my opinion. Because they have integrity. I don't know what these Democratic politicians are today. Bunch of Marxists and communists and something else. But they certainly aren't here for us. All the thugs out in the street that are promoted in the music are not for us. It has tainted our community. It has tainted our young people. Our young people are lost in the black community. They have no brains, no concept of right or wrong. They're gone. Why? Because we as black people have let them. We have left them. We took our hands off of them and said, whatever be, whatever be. Long as I get my food stamps, long as I get my free housing, long as I get whatever I get and what I got coming to me because I'm entitled to it, because I'm black, I'm cool. That's a lie from the pits of hell, and it needs to stop. Anyway, that's what I had to say about that. Yeah, I didn't have no article or anything like that, but this coming from my heart, and I wanted to address it. No one is putting down black people. Black people are not putting down the black people by exposing the errors of other black people. If anything, we have to expose those errors, because if not, they're going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, and they're going to override and overtake anything that black people individually and as a whole do that is productive and good. Get rid of the stank and we'll have the good stuff, okay? Expose the stank and then we'll have the good aroma of prosperity and goodness and blessings in our community. That's what I had to say about it. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.